Hello there, this is Tim. I am back for another comparison of iOS 1 versus iOS 5, and this time I'll be comparing the Map application, the Maps app. So in the Maps app, it has changed quite a bit, and today I'll be showcasing original iPhone running iOS 1.0.2 versus the iPhone 4S running iOS 5.1. Without further ado, let's just dive into the application. The icon is the same, the name is the same. So let's go into the search here. And here we go. The biggest difference, there's a lot of differences here. First difference, the blue dot. The blue dot is new or added. There was no location services with this original iPhone. So to find where I'm at, I actually have to know where I'm at. So let's go to Honolulu and do that. So there's no actual way for me to hit a button to show me where I'm at. So let's go into here. Let's try to find the same place. Let's go to the greenhouse. And let's zoom in there. And here we are, the greenhouse. So this is where I'm at. And you'll see some differences here. First off, the display is obviously better. But on the bottom here, you'll notice you have location. Versus this one here actually switches me from search to directions. So in the old school, you did not have search directions here at all. You had it here. Kind of a different interface, much different interface actually. When you want to go from map, satellite, list, in the old one, you just had this tab down there. The new one, you have to pull up this flipboard thing, this page turn. This page turn is not even present on the original Maps application. That is a new feature. So instead of that being there, it is now over here. So I'm able to switch from standard, satellite, hybrid, or list. The old one just had map, which is standard, satellite, and list. There was no hybrid support, so let's leave that there. The traffic, the car thing there was to show traffic. That is also moved to show traffic right there, and it shows traffic. Something interesting is I'm not seeing traffic at all when I press that button on this iPhone. So it appears the API might not be in full effect anymore since the OS is that old. So that bit of functionality is gone, it looks like. So what else has changed? This is, let's see, the same. You have bookmarks, recents, and contacts. That is the same. You have the ability to drop a pin. This is new. You're able to drop a pin, move it around. There's no ability to do such a feature. If I hold down, I'll drop a pin. If I hold down here, nothing really happens. So that is new. The search is pretty much the same. It'll ask for search or address. When I go for directions, let's start the greenhouse. Let's go from the greenhouse to the waterfront park. And see what happens. In the current version, I've got walking directions, I've got bus directions, I've got all sorts of stuff. So this is what it gave me here. So let's do that same search. Greenhouse. Let's do directions. So greenhouse. So let's do greenhouse. And then we'll do the waterfront park. And now waterfront park. And let's see what pulls up. So this is the same exact search, and let's just hit go. In this case, it knew I was at the greenhouse. In this case, it took me to a different place in the globe. So searching has improved greatly. Something also to note is, if I hit start, this is all car directions. There is no bus. There is no walking. That is not present in this version. Now, if I am driving, there's 3 routes here. So if I hit start, you're going to have this similar thing of do this, hit a button, do that. Now, it doesn't tell you the 2 of 6 or anything like that. That is also different. And there's a button here to back up. So instead of edit, I've edit over here versus you just have left or right. So you have this interface versus this interface. So much different there. And as I mentioned before, there is no walking direction. There is no bus direction. This is a handy feature to have for a ton of people, and it's just not present here. Let's see satellite view. Satellite view there. Let's go back and search for where it was at. So let's go to recents. Greenhouse Honolulu. So let's go. This is satellite view. The satellite, I mean, it looks a little bit different. That's probably the zoom level. And just the coloring looks different. But that's satellite view, and let's switch that to list view. And let's cancel that to search. And if I go to greenhouse, and I'll have similar but different results there. So I believe that is about, that's about it. I can hit print, and that'll actually allow me to print something out here. If I actually go to a real view, let's hit route, let's hit print. Let's change it from list view first, standard, and hit print. And there should be a way to print, but it's not coming up. Either way, this is basically all that there is to be said about the Maps app. It has changed quite a bit. This is, in fact, probably the most changed app in all of the iOS. When you compare all of the apps here in iOS, Maps is, I would say, the most changed and different app from the original iPhone to the current iPhone. So thanks for watching this demonstration on how it's changed. You can find more of these videos on my YouTube channel. That's TCHATEN. And, of course, follow my podcast, iWake Podcast, at iWakePodcast.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys at my podcast as listeners or watchers of it. Until next time, it's Tim, and aloha. I'll talk to you guys again real soon.